Good afternoon, Griffin families. Mr. Grewcock here, and I just wanted to spend a little bit of time today going over what we're going to be looking at in mathematics during Summer 2 in Year 5. So our main focus is going to be multiplication and division, really focusing on multiplying 4-digit numbers, 2-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers, and dividing 4-digit numbers and dividing with remainders. So we're just going to spend today just going through a few separate questions and just going over those techniques. So firstly, we have here, true or false, 1,223 multiplied by 4 equals 4,887. If you want to come over to the flip chart, I'll show you how we answer these questions. So, with 4-digit numbers being multiplied by a single digit, all we have to do is multiply each digit along by 4. So, to begin with, we have 3 multiplied by 4. Well, I know that 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12, so I would want to write in 12. When we record this, we write our units in first, but our tens in the next column along, we're going to write really small. And I'll show you why now. Because the next question is 2 times 4. But if we imagine this and our place value column, this 2 is actually worth 20. And 20 times 4 is 80. That's 8 lots of 10. So I need to make sure I'm recording 8 lots of 10 in our tens column. Now the reason we added this little one here is because this represents 1 lot of 10 plus 2 times 4, which is 8, or 20 times 4, 8 lots of 10. We need to add those together. 80 plus 10 equals 90, 9 lots of 10. So I would cross that out and I would record a 9. Next, go along again. 2 times 4, I know that's 8. We would record an 8. And finally, 1 times 4, I know that's 4. We would record our 4. Of course, we have to remember, guys, that this 1 is in the units, tens, hundreds, thousands column. So this actually represents 1,000 times by 4, hence why we write the 4 in the thousands column, giving us an answer of 4,892. Next kind of question we're going to look at, and these are quite fiddly, is multiplying 2 digits by 2 digits. So, true or false, 46 multiplied by 25 equals 943. Okay, so, if we have a look here, how we answer these is first, we partition our second number. So we're going to partition 25 into 20 and 5. And we need to first solve 5 times 46, 5 times 46, followed by 20 times 46. Because even though this is a 2, it is in our tens column, so it's 2 lots of 10, 20. 20 times by 46. So, let's start here. We're going to then partition 46. So we'll start with multiplying 5 by 6. Well, I know 5 times by 6 is 30. So, I will write my 0 in the units column, and just like before, I'll write my 3 in the tens column, but I'll do it really small, just so we can remember it for later. Next, I want to multiply 4 and 5. Well, I know 4 times 5 equals 20. But before I record 20, and I have to remember, I've still got my little 3. I know 20 plus 3 is 23. So I cross out there, and I write in 23. Now, next, I have to multiply 20 and 46. 20, of course, is a multiple of 10. And I know that any time I am timesing by a multiple of 10, it's going to end with a 0 in the units column. So I'm going to start by writing in 0. Then 2 times 6. Well, I know 2 times 6 equals 12. So, like before, we write our 2 followed by our little 1. Finally, 4 multiplied by 2. I know 4 times 2 equals 8, but I mustn't forget to add on my extra 1. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Our final step then would be to add together our two totals. 0 plus 0, I know equals 0. 3 plus 2, I know equals 5. And 2 plus 9 equals 11. 1, carry the extra 1, giving us an answer of 1,150. So of course, it's false. Now we're going to move on to division now, to long division. So here, I've got 8,168 divided by 8. I know it looks a bit strange being written like this, but this is our method to help us answer these really big division questions. It's quite simple, really. First of all, this is the number we are dividing it by, 8. How many times does 8 go into 8? Well, I know that's 1. So I would write a 1 and cross out the 8. Next, how many times does 8 go into 1? Ooh, well, it doesn't. It's far too large. So we obviously can't answer that one. 0. However, when we do this, we must cross out the 1 and carry it along because it's a remainder. We can't get 8 into it. We can't just forget about it. It is still there. That 1 is in the hundredths column. It represents 100. And if we can't fit our 8 into it, we must carry it along. Next, 16. Not 6 because we've carried the 1. 16. I know 8 goes into 16 twice. I record a 2, cross it out. And finally, we're back to 8. How many times does 8 go into 8? Well, 8 times 1 equals 8. So I know 1. Giving us a final answer of 1,021. Now, final question. This is doing long division with remainders. Now, when we're using remainders, it's the same technique, except we are going to have some numbers left over or remaining. So we need to use a little r for remainder. Let me show you now. How many times does 4 go into 3? 3 is too small, it doesn't go in there at all. So I'd write a 0, cross out my 3, and remember, can't just ignore it, we've got to carry it along, giving us 35. Now, 4 into 35, well I know 10 times 4 is 40, so 9 times 4 is 36, well that's still too big. 8 times 4 is 32. So I know 4 goes into 35 8 times, with 3 left over. Remember, this says 35. I know 4 times 8 equals 32, leaving us with 3 left over. Carry it along. 32, well, we've just figured that out. We know that 4 goes into 32 8 times. So again, we write 8. This time, there's nothing left over because it fully goes into 32. Finally, 4 into 7. Well, I know 4 times 2 is 8. That's too much. So that means that 4 only goes into 7 once. However, 7 take away 4 equals 3. That means we have got a remainder of 3. So our answer isn't 881, it is 881 remainder 3. That was just a very quick summary of what we're looking at this next half term. Take care for now. Bye.